Good night for our kids. In this second half of the season, we talked about winning one at a time and being 1-0 tonight. Playing a team that was at the top of the pack, 12 South, along with us, and a team that controlled its own destiny, and as we did. We know that we're kind of in playoff championship football, and we got to treat every game like a championship game. Obviously a good night, but a night where we had some injuries and some guys had to step up and beat the next guy up. And these two guys that are up here right now were those guys. Kanai not only has a great overall playing night, but makes a huge turnover for us in the red zone that allowed us to kind of put a stamp on the game. And then, I credit our coaches by doing a great job of just preparing everybody from all the way the bottom up, and you never know when your time's going to come. And here's Kenan, and he goes out there as not only his first 100-yard rushing game, but 2 touchdowns. So proud of him, proud of our boys. We're 1-0 in this second half, and now we've got a really short week on the road at Colorado. So we're right back to work first thing tomorrow. With that, we'll take any questions you got.
Clay, how do you balance the excitement that usually comes with a win versus the emotion that you have from all the injuries?
I feel terrible for those kids. We had six injuries, significant ones tonight that we'll have to see where they're at and deal with them. It's bittersweet because the kids are playing extremely hard. You saw what they did at Notre Dame, which is a physical game on both sides. Came out here tonight with a chip on their shoulder and really something to prove, and play extremely hard. And I'm sad for those 6 kids.
What do you know right now about Drake, Talanoa, and Keith Carr?
Yeah, I can go through it. Talanoa suffered a shoulder injury. I'll have to give you more information on Monday when we practice. Stephen Carr suffered a hamstring injury. I'll give you more information on that on Monday. Malik McLean suffered a shoulder injury. Drake Jackson, ankle injury. Marquise Stepp, an ankle injury. And Munir McLean, a knee injury. We talked about getting to the quarterback, and to have 7 sacks on the night, I was really happy with the pressure, but most importantly, just containing the quarterback. We had issues in the first half of the season. I credit Clancy. I thought he did a tremendous amount of study along with the defensive staff, Johnny Nansen and those guys studying. They went out and studied NFL teams, and teams that had played Deshaun Watson and Mahomes and some athletic quarterbacks, Baltimore Ravens, and really seeing what others are doing to defend it and put in some of those things this week. And I thought our kids thrived off of it, and I was looking forward to watching it. And they did a really nice job against one of the better athletes, I think, in the country.
Kenan, how tough has it been to stay ready?
What kind of things did they do? What did they do?
I don't want to give game plan away, but one of the things that you did see was you had the opportunity for a lot of upfield twist games. You saw that a different package came in on 3rd down on passing situations and different personnel. Malik was a part of that, which is sad, and he really did a nice job of creating pressure along with Hunter Echols. Drake was inside, which he's normally not inside. He was at the 3. Caleb, who's usually outside, became a 3. You really had an extremely fast group that was not only penetrating, but also with the twist games, really controlling the line of scrimmage. So it was a nice package that was put in this week and was very effective.
Kenan, how tough has it been to stay ready, and what were you thinking as the attrition started happening and looked like you might have a chance?
I would say it's not tough at all. I'm here to help the team. I'm willing to do whatever I can. Wherever they need me, I'll go and I'll play. I've just been preparing the right way and staying focused.
Clay, how many reps had he been getting during practice?
Yeah, with Vavai down this week, and that's part of training camp. That's part of always, carrying guys and keep building them up. And getting to them to the point. Some guys are ready game 1, and some guys are really building themselves and being ready. And this guy over the first 6 weeks prepared himself. And, it was fun tonight because when he hit the first one, Mike Jenks, as soon as he hit the line of scrimmage, said touchdown. And it's hard when you're a 300-meter kid and you have that type of speed and that type of hole. It was neat to watch. Credit to Kenan and to Coach Jenks. they prepared a kid to be ready for his time, and he got his time tonight and made the most of it.
Kenan, can you describe your first touchdown?
I just was being patient, followed my blockers, and then the O-line opened up a huge hole for me, and I just finished the run.
Kanai, the defense was already down a bunch of starters. You were one of the guys filling in. How would you describe the defense's mindset, even just coming into this game, knowing you were down so many guys?
Our mindset through the game was to contain the quarterback as much as we could. And our DBs did a very good job of plastering to their man, getting into their zones, and our D-line did a fantastic job with staying in the rushing lanes.
Did it feel like you guys had a little something extra, motivation-wise, even tonight, just given how many guys were down?
I feel like our mindset is always the same every game.
Did it feel like your forced fumble, caused any momentum for the defense?
Most definitely. I believe that our defense is all together. So when one makes a play and everybody makes a play, so everybody was hype on the sideline, and it was just a great atmosphere.
You've had limited opportunity this year. What did you want to improve personally tonight?
Sorry, what was the question again?
What did you want to improve personally at this expanded role tonight?
Just to prove that I know my stuff, and that there's a lot of help in the LCU in the LCU crew. There's a lot of resources that they can help us with whatever we need help with.
Clay, what kind of role do you kind of see Kenan playing in the office in the coming weeks? I know obviously some of that depends on who's available and not, but I mean, did he show you enough that he figures in there regardless of who's available?
Yeah, we've seen that across the board with our young players. We have a talented young bunch, and there's a bunch of freshmen and sophomores on this team, and I've said it multiple times. I think this is going to be a team that's a really good team for a long time, and they're going to grow together. There's only 8 seniors on this team, and you look at the freshmen and sophomores that are playing on this team right now. They're very talented. And we don't lose many people, and there's a lot of people that are going to be here 3-4 years. And so we're going to see where we're at, with losing Vavai this week and then losing 2 more backs this week. Obviously, I would imagine Kenan's going to have a pretty big role going into Colorado, as well as Quincy, Jonty. And we'll see who we get back. Hopefully, maybe we'll get 1 guy back, maybe 2. We'll have to see.
I assume that, people are going to see these touchdown runs and obviously get really excited. Seems like a humble young man here. How do you think he's going to be prepared to kind of deal with
I'll say this is in the recruiting process of Kenan. He was the definition of not only a student athlete, but what you wanted a Trojan to be from a person. And you see the kids that are in that locker room. They're great players, but they're also great people. And there's trained and untrained. This one's been trained and trained the right way.
Kenan, how do the 2 sports complement each other for you? I mean, what translates from sprinting to football and vice versa?
Well, I would say from sprinting to football, it just keeps me fast on my feet. It keeps me explosive. But football to track, it just strengthens me, makes me stronger, makes me more explosive.
Clay, what can I show you?
He reminds me a lot of what Pitt did when he was a young person. This is kind of our special teams captain, and a guy that's sitting right behind EA and getting those reps each and every day. He's played Sam Backer for us in the base front versus 12 and 21 personnel, and just a guy that we can count on day in and day out. And I remember that with Pitt. He's waiting for his time, and meanwhile he was just being so special on our special teams, and that's what Kanai has been, just a true teammate of doing whatever is called upon to help the team win. And then he's called upon to be the starter tonight, and lo and behold, interception, forced fumble, tackles everywhere. It was like unleashing somebody that was just waiting for his chance. And can't tell you how happy I am for him and our team that we have a guy like this.
Clay, in the first half, what do you feel like was going on offensively?
I didn't think we had a great rhythm, to be honest with you. You know, I thought we kind of found that rhythm once the running game started going, and we found a little bit more advantage coverages because of it. I thought Graham did a nice job in the second half of being able to take some deep ball shots too, to kind of open them up. And you know, it's been every game. You know, we've kind of had to diagnose what the defense is doing, and what we scouted is not kind of what we got in the first quarter, you know, there's just a little bit of time that takes place to go, okay, this is what we're getting, and this is our adjustments. And I credit coach and the offensive staff. They've done a great job of being able to say, okay, this is what it's going to be today. Let's get to the place we need to get to, and then you look up and you end up with 450 yards. Excuse me, yeah, about 450 and 41 points. And so I thought there were some more opportunities out there. You know, we turned the ball over in the red zone after getting a turnover. We still ended up on the plus side, which is a positive. That's 2 weeks in a row. We need to continue to do that. Third down wise, I thought we got better. We were 7 of 15 on the deck. So some things that were good, and some things that we can still get better at.
Let's go one more.
Yeah, Dan.
You said you didn't get what you thought. What do you think Arizona's thinking when they see Kenan doing that, and they haven't seen him at all?
I tell you what, it's hard. It's hard when you look out there, and I've said it. There's a lot of great players on this football team, and it's hard to judge his speed, to be honest with you. And when Coach Sink said touchdown, he was right, because the angle that both the safety and the corner took, you could tell that it wasn't going to happen. They weren't going to catch him. And, it's nice to have that feeling that when you know the ball breaks and he's even, he's leaving. And so it's good to see. Thank you, guys.